Centerville City Schools. My name is Wang, and I'm a school psychologist in the district. Today I'm going to be talking about Grace Lee Boggs. Grace Lee Boggs was an American philosopher, social activist, and author. Boggs was a key figure in the Asian American movement in the 1960s to 1970s. She was born in Providence, Rhode Island, but she spent much of her life in Detroit, Michigan, where she fought for workers' rights, women, people of color, and youth. Boggs was born to Chinese immigrants in 1915, but she embodied the ideal of multiracial solidarity to enact social change. Boggs founded the multiracial and intergenerational collective Detroit Summer with the goal of empowering local youth to improve their communities. The program was inspired by the Mississippi Summer, also known as Freedom Summer, where thousands of volunteers rallied together to register as many African American voters as possible in June of 1964. Detroit Summer, which continues to this day, began by focusing on three main activities: planting community gardens to reconnect young people with the earth and with the community, painting public murals to reclaim public space, and engaging in intergenerational and peer dialogues to share about their fears, hopes, and dreams. Detroit Summer has led to the formation of additional community-based youth groups and the establishment of the James and Grace Lee Boggs School, a K-8 school focused on critical thinking and community empowerment. Aside from her involvement in place-based activism, Boggs was also a writer and philosopher. Boggs' way of thinking was based on a society made up of people who, sharing a common humanity, advance collectively toward a higher emotional and political state of being. This way of thinking was obvious in the lifetime of relationships across racial and class contexts that Boggs developed in her 100 years of life. Boggs seemed to have a way to connect with working class people and intellectuals and reach across racial lines. I have chosen to talk about Grace Lee Boggs because she shows the importance of grassroots activism and interracial solidarity. And through her life, she showed the uniqueness of the Asian American experience and of her own unique experience as a woman activist working for and with the Black community. As a child of immigrants, she understood the conflict of integration and separation from the majority culture. She recognized that the struggle for equality was not for people of color to become white, but for people of color to be able to be fully themselves. To learn more about Grace Lee Boggs, I would invite you to watch her point of view documentary on PBS called American Revolutionary: The Evolution of Grace Lee Boggs. There's also a 3-episode special on Asian Americans by PBS that gives a history of the identity, contributions, and challenges of Asians in America. Thanks for listening, and I hope I was able to share a little bit on the life of Grace Lee Boggs.